What do defensive terms mean in college football? Imagine watching a game and hearing coaches and commentators throw around terms like nickel defense or spill technique. Ever wonder what those words really mean? Well, today we're breaking down these common defensive terms so you can better understand how teams stop their opponents. Let's start with formations. The base defense is the starting point for most teams. It usually involves for defensive linemen and 3 linebackers, called a 4-3 defense. Some teams use a 3-4 defense, which has 3 linemen and 4 linebackers. These setups are the foundation for stopping both running and passing plays. When offenses spread out with 3 or more wide receivers, teams often switch to a nickel defense. This adds an extra defensive back, making 5 in total, to better cover the pass. If the situation calls for even more pass coverage, teams might use a dime defense with 6 defensive backs. In very obvious passing situations, some teams go to a quarter defense with 7 defensive backs, or even a dollar defense with 8. These are specialized packages to defend against heavy passing. Now, let's talk about player roles. The front 7 refers to the defensive linemen and linebackers. They are responsible for stopping the run and pressuring the quarterback. A force defender is usually a defensive end or outside linebacker who controls the outside edge. Their job is to prevent the ball carrier from running outside and force them back inside where teammates can make the tackle. The spill technique is when a defender pushes the ball carrier outside toward the sideline, while the box technique is when they try to steer the runner inside toward other defenders. The hammer technique involves a defender attacking a lead blocker with the inside shoulder to influence the ball carrier's direction. Filling gaps, or run fits, means defenders are responsible for specific spaces on the line to stop running plays effectively. Coverage terms are also key. Cover 3 is a zone defense where 3 defensive backs cover deep thirds of the field, with 4 defenders underneath. Cover 4, or quarters coverage, has 4 defensive backs each covering a deep quarter, giving strong pass defense. Man coverage is when defenders are assigned to cover specific offensive players one-on-one. Zone coverage involves defenders covering specific areas of the field instead of individual players. Coaches choose these schemes based on the offensive setup, game situation, and what they want to accomplish. In college football, defensive coordinators often switch between these formations and techniques to keep offenses guessing. Against spread offenses with many wide receivers, teams lean on nickel or dime packages to boost pass coverage. When facing a running team, they relying on a strong front 7 and proper gap fitting to stop the run. Communication and discipline are vital for these schemes to work well. Understanding these terms helps you see how teams plan their defenses and adjust during games. It shows the strategic chess match happening on every play, with each side trying to outsmart the other. So next time you watch a game, you'll know exactly what those defensive terms mean and how they influence the outcome.